discuss about ready-mix concrete. This is from the fifth module of concrete technology with your syllabus. First of all, what is ready-mix concrete? The ready-mix concrete is a ready-to-use material with a predetermined mixture of cement, sand, aggregate, and water. The idea of ready-mix concrete was first introduced by architect Jürgen Heinrich Magens. He got his first patent in Germany in 1903. In 1907, he discovered that the available time for transportation could be prolonged not only by cooling fresh concrete but also by vibrating it during transportation. The first concrete mixed off site and delivered to the construction site was effectively done in United States in 1913, just before the First World War. The first concept of transit mixer was also born in 1926 in United States. In 1939, the first RMC plant was in United States. Between 1950 to 50 and 1980, considerable growth of RMC took place in United States. In RMC was first initially was used in 1950 during the construction sites of dams like Bakranangal Dam. This is in India. That is in India, RMC was first initially was used in 1950 during the construction sites of dams like Bakranangal Dam and Koyna. First of all, what are the aggregates? What are the materials used for the RMC? First of all, the main materials were cement, aggregates, and admixtures, water, required proportion of water. First, we'll discuss about the aggregates. Aggregates are the most important constituent in the concrete. They give body to the concrete, reduce shrinkage, and affect economy. The important fact that the aggregates occupy around 70 to 80% of the volume of the concrete. Here, the aggregates are divided into two categories from the considerations of size. First one is coarse aggregate and second one is fine aggregate. Cement is a binding material which sets and hardens independently, and it can bind other materials together. Cement is made up of four main compounds. That is, first one is dicalcium silicate, second one tricalcium silicate, third one tricalcium aluminate, and fourth one is tetracalcium aluminoferrate. Here, where C stands for calcium, S stands for silica, A stands for alumina, and F for iron oxide. And small amount of uncombined lime and magnesia also present, along with the alkalis and minor amounts of the other materials. This is about aggregates and the cement. When you come to the admixture, there are different admixtures. Already we discussed in the previous lecture also. That is, main admixtures are mineral admixtures and chemical admixture. First, chemical admixture. First one is air entraining admixture. It is mainly used in the concrete exposed to freezing condition. Second one, water reducing admixtures are used for the RMC. That is also called as plasticizers. It reduces the dosage of water while maintaining the workability. And next type of admixture, that is chemical admixture, is retarding admixture. It is mainly used in hot weather to retard the reaction of hydration. And fourth one is accelerating admixture. It is mainly used in cold weather to accelerate the reaction of hydration. And next one is superplasticizers, and this is also called as high range water reducers. Significantly reduces the dosage of water while maintaining the workability. And some other admixtures are also used, such as corrosion inhibitors. shrinkage reducing admixture, coloring and pumping admixtures also. And some of mineral admixtures are used for the RNC. That is, first one is the fly ash. Fly ash is a byproduct of coal-fired electricity generated power plants. The fly ash is generally used in the concrete in the following ways. The first one, it is as a partial replace for the cement. It can be used as a partial replacement for the cement. Some 10 to 15% of example, I'm telling, 10 to 15% of cement can be replaced by fly ash, so that it gives same strength as that of cement. And second one is it can be used as partial replacement for sand also. And the third one as a simultaneous replacement for both cement as well as sand. And the next material is water. Here the water quality also maintained as per the standards, that is as per the code. The pH value of water should be in between 6 to 8 according to IS 456 2000. And next type of admixture, that is rice husk. This is also a mineral admixture. Today rice is grown and harvested on every continent except Antarctica. The majority of all rice is produced in India, China, Japan, Indonesia, Thailand, Burma, and Bangladesh. Asian farmers account for 92% of the world's total rice production. More than 550 million tons of rice is produced annually around the globe. So the rice husks are used in RNC to increase the strength of the concrete. So this is it adds advantages to the concrete, and at the same time the strength of the concrete will also increase. And the main equipments used for making RCC is storage of materials. There is storage of material. First, we require silos, containers, and bins, batching arrangement, measuring and recording equipment, mixing equipment, control system, electrical, hydraulic, and pneumatic drives, conveying system. Conveying system nothing but belt and screw conveyors. The storage materials are nothing but silos that is used for to store the materials like cement. Batching arrangement is required for weighing of different materials such as cement, sand, and coarse aggregate. Measuring and recording equipment. This is done mechanically. That's why measuring and recording equipments are required. Mixing equipment, it is a machine mixing, that's why the mixing equipments are required. Control system, everything is controlled by a mechanical means, so control system is very much important. And electrical and hydraulic pneumatic drives are also important. And conveyor systems are nothing but the belt and screw conveyors for transporting the material from one place to other place, that is concrete, to transfer fresh concrete through belt and screw conveyors. As you can see, the silos here generally used for storage of material. And this figure shows the batching arrangement. This is called as batching arrangement. These are called as silos. Coming to the mixing process, thorough mixing of materials is essential for the production of uniform concrete. The mix should ensure that the mass becomes homogeneous, uniform in color and consistency. Here there are some methods to be adopted for mixing a ready mixed concrete. First one is transit mixed or truck mixed concrete. Second one, shrink mixed concrete, and third one is central mixed concrete. Central mixed concrete. Coming to the transit mixed concrete. While ready mixed concrete can be delivered to the point of placement, the overwhelming majority of it is brought to the construction site in truck-mounted rotating drum mixer. Truck mixers have a revolving drum with the axis inclined to the horizontal. The inside of the shell of the mixer drum or a pair of blades or pins that wrap in a helical or a spiral configuration from the head to the opening of the drum. The concrete is loaded and mixed. It is normally hauled to the job site with the drum turning at a speed less than 2 rotations per minute. It means the continuous agitation should be given to the drum during transportation. Otherwise, it will hard or it sets. So that's why the continuous agitation is given to the transit mixer drum at a speed less than 2 rotations per minute. Generally, in industries for the construction, they use transit or truck mixed concrete compared to the shrink mix or center mixed concrete. Coming to the advantages or merits of ready mixed concrete, here a centralized concrete batching plant can serve a wide area. Site mix trucks can serve a large area, including remote locations that standard truck cannot. The plants are located in areas zoned for industrial use, and yet the delivery truck can service residential districts or inner cities, and it gives a better quality concrete. Um, and also it eliminates the hiring of plant and machinery, and it eliminates the wastage of basic materials. That is, basic materials are nothing but cement, sand, and aggregate. And labor associated with the production of concrete is also eliminated, and it takes more people to operate a standard batch plant than a mobile mix truck, and time required is greatly reduced in case of ready mix concrete. This is the main advantage of this ready mix concrete. Coming to the demerits or disadvantages of ready mix concrete, materials are batched at a central plant and the mixing begins at that point. So the traveling time from the plant to the site is critical over a longer distances. Some sites are just too far away. Through this is usually a commercial rather than a technical issue. Generation of this is one disadvantage, and second one is generation of additional road traffic. That is furthermore access roads and site access has to be able to carry the weight of the truck and load, and this problem can be overcome by utilizing so-called mini mix companies using smaller, that is 4 cubic meter capacity mixers, able to access more restricted sites. Compared to this RMC, this is one disadvantage. And concrete limited time span between the mixing and going off means that ready mix should be placed within 10 minutes of batching at the plant. And here there are some chemical admixtures are also added to minimize the setting period. These are the disadvantages of ready mix concrete. And coming to the conclusion, the concrete quality produced in RNC plant is highly consistent with a low deviation order. This, and the second point is It provides a high degree of overall strength of hardened concrete and the performance of the structure at the later date. And third point is RMC operations are highly mechanized and fully controlled through electronic controls, and hence reduces the probability of errors in various operations. This is about the conclusion. Next lecture, I'm going to discuss about self-compacting concrete. Thank you.